Amid mounting pressure and sky-high expectations, Scuderia Ferrari now finds itself at one of the most pivotal turning points of the past decade, abandoning a high-risk, gamble-driven philosophy in favour of a more precise, measured, and consistent approach. This radical shift, led by Loïc Serra, will be put to the test for the first time at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza, before being fully committed at the Miami Grand Prix. The question is, can this relentless small-step strategy truly challenge the dominance of its rivals, or will it turn into an expensive experiment that collapses under the real pressures of racing? Let's discuss. For years, Ferrari structured its seasons around a familiar pattern, introducing 2 or 3 major upgrade packages, typically large aerodynamic overhauls unveiled at key races such as Imola. The strategy was straightforward but risky. If it worked, performance would surge dramatically. If it failed, the team would be forced into damage control, losing both time and resources. That era is now officially over. Under the direction of Loïc Serra, who replaced Enrico Cardile as chassis technical director, Ferrari has transitioned to a new philosophy: incremental development with smaller updates at every race, rather than relying on a single, all-defining upgrade package. The first real test of this new development philosophy took place at Monza circuit during an FIA-approved filming day. Although limited to a maximum of 200 kilometres and the use of promotional tyres, the session proved to be a crucial opportunity to gather initial data under real track conditions. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton shared driving duties, ensuring a comprehensive evaluation from 2 distinct driving styles. During the test, the team focused on assessing several new components designed to improve both efficiency and overall car performance. The upgrade package included a revised floor aimed at increasing downforce, multiple weight reduction elements to optimize the power-to-weight ratio, and balancing components on the front wing to enhance stability across various cornering conditions. Perhaps most intriguing was the latest evolution of the active rear wing, nicknamed Macarena, a unique name inspired by its rotational movement of up to 180 degrees, reminiscent of the iconic dance from the 1990s. This combination of innovations highlights Ferrari's increasingly progressive and experimental approach in its pursuit of competitive advantage. Despite its seemingly minor role, the Macarena component is critically important. Its earlier version was tested during a free practice session at the Chinese Grand Prix, but was ultimately withdrawn after causing rear-end instability, particularly under combined braking and cornering phases. The car became difficult to control at high speeds. As a result, the Monza test carried significant weight. If the updated version resolves those issues, it will become a core element of the SF26 design. If not, Ferrari will be forced to revert to a standard configuration, losing one of its key upgrades for the summer phase. This situation was not part of the original plan. The 2026 Formula One calendar underwent major changes following the cancellation of the Bahrain and Saudi Arabian rounds due to security concerns. As a result, a 5-week gap emerged, forcing Ferrari to combine several upgrades that were initially intended to be introduced progressively. Internally, the team even referred to this as a 1.5 package, a clear indication that they were compelled to deviate from their original roadmap. This philosophical shift is not merely a technical adjustment, it represents a cultural transformation that reshapes the team's entire way of working. Serra brings with him an approach refined over more than 15 years at Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team, an organisation that set the benchmark for success in the hybrid era with 8 consecutive Constructors' Championships from 2014 to 2021. That extensive experience has instilled a mindset centred on discipline, consistency, and meticulous attention to detail in every aspect of car development. In that environment, success has never depended on a single major breakthrough. Instead, performance is built through the accumulation of small, continuous improvements applied at every race. Every component, no matter how minor, is treated as an opportunity to gain a competitive edge. This is the philosophy now being implemented, with the aim of creating a more stable and sustainable foundation for performance development while reducing reliance on high-risk, large upgrade packages. This approach has become increasingly relevant in the era of strict budget caps in modern Formula One. Under financial regulations that limit teams' flexibility, introducing large upgrade packages all at once is now considered highly risky. The failure of a single major update can impact not only on-track performance, but also significantly drain a team's limited financial allocation for the entire season. In contrast, a strategy based on smaller, incremental improvements allows teams to distribute risk more evenly, maintain cost stability, and gain greater flexibility in car development. This philosophy has already been consistently adopted by teams like Red Bull and McLaren, both of which have proven capable of maintaining competitiveness throughout the season. Ferrari, previously known for relying on major upgrade surges, is now undergoing a transformation, moving away from its old approach to adapt to the evolving competitive landscape. The tangible impact of this philosophical shift is also reflected in the car driven by Lewis Hamilton this season. After actively providing technical feedback throughout the 2025 campaign, particularly regarding suspension characteristics and overall car balance, Ferrari has begun implementing those ideas into the development of the SF26. One of the most significant changes is the return to a pushrod configuration for both the front and rear suspension, a technical approach Ferrari last used in 2010. This decision is more than just a design change. It signals a stronger and more effective line of communication between the driver and the team, now integrated into a new working framework. With a system that is more adaptive and responsive to driver feedback, Ferrari is demonstrating a serious effort to build a more modern, collaborative, and sustainable development foundation. In terms of performance, Ferrari has shown progress. In the first 3 races of the 2026 season, they have secured multiple podium finishes, with both Leclerc and Hamilton consistently running at the front. However, a key challenge remains. Ferrari's engine is still estimated to be around 30 horsepower down compared to Mercedes. This deficit cannot be fully offset by chassis development alone, forcing Ferrari to maximize aerodynamic efficiency and tyre management to remain competitive. The Miami Grand Prix will serve as a true test of Ferrari's new direction. For this round, the Maranello-based team is set to introduce a compressed upgrade package, a consequence of calendar changes and limited development time. As a result, the updates will not be implemented under Serra's ideal phased approach, but rather as a more pressured version of the incremental development philosophy that is meant to be executed systematically and with precision. This situation places Ferrari in a critical position. On one hand, success with this package would provide early validation that their new approach holds significant potential, while also establishing a solid technical foundation for consistent car development over the remaining 21 races of the season. On the other hand, if the results fall short of expectations, the consequences could extend beyond on-track performance and begin to affect internal team dynamics. Can Ferrari truly evolve into a consistent and disciplined team like Mercedes in its dominant era? Or will it revert to its old patterns of risk and inconsistency? Share your thoughts below.